Well, you're still watching Sunrise Daily coming to you from our studios here in Abuja. We have another guest who's just joined us now. He's Bishop Amakre of the Young People's Party.
Young Progressive Party.
Young Progressive Party. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, I'm sure last week you saw that letter, and this week you're also witnessing the launch of the Coalition for Nigeria movement. What is your immediate reading of it? They say they're not playing to any script. Do you agree with them?
Well, the word coalition have a vast definition, but first I must give kudos to the conveyor of the message that there should be a third force. But again, one of the pertinent questions we must ask is the people that are the contraption of that third force, whether are they still the same cycle of people that the Nigerians have been actually really discussing, saying that there should be a group of people that must champion a cause that stands to be an aspiration of the Nigerian people. And I think that the contraption is one of the things that Nigeria must really look at. The contraption of that coalition, whether third force or whatever thing, is one of the questions that people must begin
So
to
you
ask.
agree that there ought to be a third force?
Yes.
You don't think
it could be Young Progressive Party.
Some people are already saying that we have more than 58 political parties. What other third force is anybody talking about?
Yes, that's why I said the 58 or 68 political party can decide and come together, provided they are coming with sincerity of purpose, unity of purpose. Look, people are tired of the present situation. And a lot of people are yearning for a paradigm shift. And that is the stand of the YPP. And that's why I said that the contraption, it's not about, look, there is no country that can grow without the advice of the elders. And that is why I don't have a problem with Obasanjo. I don't have a problem with the President Buhari, but I have a problem with the system that is not working that represents the aspiration of the people.
So are you going to be joining the Coalition for Nigeria movement then?
No, Coalition for Nigeria movement is...
Because they're not a political party yet.
And
they say their membership is open to anybody and everybody, whether or not they belong to a voting age, whether or not they belong to a political party.
The power driver, like I said, the Coalition for Nigeria movement, like you said, they are not a political party. And Mokwe, don't forget the fact that no matter how good you are in driving, if you don't have a vehicle, you cannot drive. The only platform that can take you to that destination must be a political party as we speak today. So maybe the Coalition for Nigeria movement, some of them might decide at the end of the day, look, let's go under this platform of Young Progressive Party. And they are welcome. Because we have a very, 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 sound constitution, sound manifesto that represent
that's a possibility, but the question is, if you are not joining them, how are they going to know about your party?
No, but I mustn't join them. Look, I agree with the coalition. For example, I agree with the coalition. I'm saying that the coalition cannot work if it is not through a political platform.
You said something about the drivers. I'm assuming that perhaps you have an issue with those who have who are at the forefront of this coalition. Do you have an issue with them?
Look, I'm an advocate of a new paradigm shift. Any association that does not represent the aspiration of the people, we are the ones that interface with the grassroots. We go around, we collect information. I've thought for the first few months back, while we were touring some of the states to go inaugurate our state ESCOs, at least I've heard what people have been saying.
Bishop, if I'm understanding you correctly, let's assume now that the coalition ends up turning into a political party. At that point, if there is a level of buy-in, a significant level of buy-in amongst the Nigerian populace, that yes, we want this third option, it seems to be united, they want a better Nigeria, we'll go there. From the position of your party, of which you are the national chairman, yes, would you not now consider joining such a movement in the larger interest of the country, rather than just the interest of your party?
Maybe I will, as time goes on, I'm going to, I forgot, I would have brought you our manifesto and constitution so that you go through it. As I speak to you, and as a national chairman of a political party, what I believe at the moment is any cause of Young Progressive Party, because the conglomeration of some young like-minded came together to establish that YPP movement. YPP is also a movement. Don't forget, it's beyond a political party. It's a movement.
Ahead of the next elections, what are the, we've talked a lot about the movement now and the party. What are the strategies? I asked somebody the other day on this platform about a member of the COA party, what tangible strategies were in place to attract young Nigerians, to attract Nigerians of all ages and demographics, to be able to buy in and say, look, if your model, for example, for fundraising is that we're going to bring in the funds from Nigerian pockets, how do we get their buy-in? What are the strategies in line to be able to achieve that for both of you?
Well, before I address that, I want to refer briefly to what he said when he says the power drivers or the power brokers behind the movements, and that's what he's concerned about. One of the things that we need, if we want a better Nigeria, is to remove the appellations we Nigerians have given certain people or certain institutions, the power we have given them over our process. There are no drivers for the coalition. There's a steering committee that came up in a couple of days to plan this thing. Basically give a skeleton, which every member will flesh up. But we must realize, to a large extent, that it lies in us. We are the power brokers. We take the decisions. Our votes are the things that bring people into power.
Okay, well, at that point, I'm afraid I have to interrupt you. We'll continue from there when we come back from this break. Please stay with us.